This essentially identifies more specific details about what that particular field means, what that data entry area means, what we're looking for information in those. And so you'll see those throughout the system. So we'll close those. Okay, we'll begin to enter our data in now. So we'll type in the subrecipient DUNS number. Note this is a different DUNS number. This is the DUNS number for the subrecipient, not the prime recipient. Now we're beginning to make some more granular observations about who's submitting the report. And then we need to identify the congressional district for the subrecipient. The congressional district can be found on the House of Representatives website. There is a utility there for finding your congressman, and that indicates what district you're in. Then there's sub-award information. This is the sub-award number that was issued by the prime recipient to the subrecipient. There's the amount of sub-award. This is how much was provided by the prime recipient. There's the total of the subrecipient award funds distributed or dispersed. This is how much money has actually been drawn down from that subaward. And then the subaward date, which is the date at which the subaward was made. Scrolling down, we look at the place of performance, the primary place of performance for the subrecipient. This is the location where the preponderance of the work was done. If it was in multiple locations, for instance, it would be where most of the work was done, as indicated by the amount of funding expended in that particular location. We identified the city, country, state, zip code, zip +4. The +4 is mandatory. You can find your +4 extension on the United States Postal Service website. And then once again, you need to enter in the congressional district. If the congressional district is different than the location of the prime recipient, you would be entering in a different congressional district number here. In this case, the address fields, address 1 and 2, if you have the ability to enter in an address as part of the primary place of performance, you should do so. If it's not conducive to that, some places of performance are maybe broader than just a single address. You may not have to do that. Scrolling down again, we have the subrecipient highly compensated officers. These are this is a requirement in the Recovery Act that recipients need to identify the highly compensated officers in their organizations. There are some fairly specific rules about under which circumstances they need to be reflected in this report. I'll direct you to either the Recovery Act, actually both the Recovery Act and OMB M0921 for guidance in identifying what situations, under what situations you do not need to do this. In any event, you need to identify whether you need to submit, complete this information or not. In this case, we'll go ahead and we'll say that we do, so that we can fill out that field for you. And of course, this is just sample data, just fictional data. And then at the end of this, we have the option to save as draft, to formally submit, or to cancel the report. We're going to submit the report. And here we have a confirmation screen that indicates once again that it is an award type of a grant. It's got the prime recipient award number. It's got the kind of report it is. It's a subrecipient. We're acting as a subrecipient type, and then the prime DUNS. This is saying that the report that we're submitting now relates back to that prime report. Then we enter in our FR PIN that authorizes us to formally submit, and then we click on Submit. After the report has been processed, we'll get a screen that confirms that we have submitted our report. And subsequent to that, you will get an email that confirms the validation. The validation is the acceptance of the report into the federalreporting.gov data system. So that's not expected to be an issue with completing the report on the web-based form, but if you submitted it using one of the alternate methods, either the Excel spreadsheet or more particularly the XML approach, you might have some validation errors, and in that case, you would get an email with the validation errors, and and it would also show up in your messages and your profile. With that, that concludes our subrecipient report. Thank you.